Okay, Danny, you got this. You do this! You've done this before a bunch of times, not a million times. Hi, everyone. My name's Danny, and if you didn't know this, people like to write fan fictions about me. Yay. And today, I've decided to go on Wattpad and read more fan. So yeah, but if you didn't know, I have a series where I read Wattpads about myself, mostly smut. So today I've decided to go to the Dannyphantom.exe tag on Wattpad and to pick out the top story. The #1 story under the Dannyphantom.exe tag on Wattpad is Love Darling Vampire Voltaire. And this is by Ninix0908. Ninix. Good luck. I don't know. This says mature on it, so hopefully there's smut in it, so I can make fun of it. If you guys didn't know, I don't usually read fluff, which is not smut. Smut means it's sexual. I really only read smut on the channel, but I don't actually read the sexual part because I'd get demonetized. But the reason why I don't usually read fluff is because I don't feel comfortable making fun of things that are flattering to me. Put in the comments below if you want to see some fluff from me on the channel. If you want me to read your story on the channel, make sure you put Dannyphantom.exe in the tag on Wattpad and, you know, tag me on Twitter when it comes out or something like that. All right, so Ninix. Let's fucking read this. This is the description. POV, you're a girl who just escaped your crazed parents, but were kidnapped and auctioned off to a British gentleman from the 1800s who's also a vampire, ? This fanfic is inspired by Dannyphantom.exe's character Voltaire, the British gentleman from the 1800s. Yes, I will put in a chapter or two of smut for those nasty people out there. Well, Ninix, you really do know your audience, that's for sure. If Danny ever sees this, I am sorry, but it's your fault for making him incredibly irresistible. I don't like that. I don't like that it's my fault.
That was kind of the purpose.
I will try and make him as much of a gentleman as I can. Remember, consent is key. Thank you! Oh my god! All these stories is just like, he's just so... He's not a gentleman. The whole thing is, I'm a British gentleman from the 1800s. And all the other stories about smut, he's not a gentleman. He's forceful and not tactful whatsoever. Disgusting. But yes, remember everyone, consent is key. In the tags, oh my god, William Papa and Brandon oh my god, my two best friends. Oh god, am I good? Is Brandon and William gonna be in this story? Fuck. No! All right, let's just get into this. This was last updated May 26th. This is recent. How many chapters are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Wow. And it's still ongoing. Ninix, you have my respect. Maybe. We'll see by the end of this. All right, let's start with this. Introduction. All right, introduction. Voltaire, a British vampire from the 1800s. He's seen as a cold-hearted, mean, uninterested in everything, but still a gentleman. That sounds about right. Your name, Phantom. A shy yet adventurous girl. She is scared of life, but can never ignore her curiosity. She has lost everything, yet she still tries to look at the positives in life. Okay, then. I see a lot of issues in that description. A shy yet adventurous girl. She is scared of life, but can never ignore her curiosity. So what I'm hearing is that she is a cottagecore girl. I'll introduce the characters as I go along. They will have this font. Vampires, blood-sucking creatures that live in the forest. Their pack, also known as a nest, could be small or big, depending on the master or mistress of the nest. Damn, there is a whole lore to this. Master and mistress. Kinky. They are the head of the nest. Similar to an alpha and Luna, they make sure the nest is well taken care of and protected. They could be male/female, male/male, or even female/female, as long as one of them has the leadership quality and the one has the nurturing quality. That makes sense. 2 parents. One is, you know, a hard ass, the other one isn't. That's my parents. Inermis. What? Inermis. It's spelled I-N-E-R-M-I-S. Inermis? Okay. The nickname all creatures give to humans. It means helpless, since the creatures are more powerful than the humans. The humans forget that creatures existed, but those who know are slaves to work for the creatures, only to be slaughtered one day. Soulmates. All creatures can feel their soulmate, but those mated with a human can only feel the soulmate bond when the human is a creature themselves. Yet they do not have a heightened sense of protection and love when they've touched. What? Since that is one of the most difficult things to accomplish, most creatures given up on their soulmate. But they can always feel their soulmate. But some people's soulmate is a human, but they can only feel the soulmate. What? Like, I understand it, but at the same time, it's confusing. But there's some lore for you guys, apparently, so, yeah. All right, prologue. Warning, this story contains dark and harmful thoughts, strong language, mentions of abuse. Oh, come on. No, this is not fun. I don't like abuse. I don't like sewer slide. That's not fun. All right. Well, I'll try and blur it out as much as I can. Please be warned. I'm going to continue with the video. Your name's POV. You useless bitch. How are you so stupid? Maybe I shouldn't read this prologue. Wow. This is very, how do I say it? I guess 2 on the nose. That warning was very accurate. Alright, I'm gonna leave out your name's POV right now, because it sucks. If you want to read it, it'll be in the link in the description. I'm not gonna read it here, because I don't feel comfortable saying it. So, now we're gonna skip to Voltaire's POV. And obviously, I have to read it as the British gentleman. Voltaire, get her right this instance. You let out a sigh of annoyance and put down the enormous you were about to drain. Just a minute, I have some business to attend. The girl nods with pure lust in her eyes. I'll be waiting. Damn, so I was about to just fucking murder this girl, and she's horny. I guess some people are into that. I don't understand. You leave with no interest in the female enormous. Foolish creatures, powered by all 7 sins. No creature has common decency in this day and age. Ladies and gentlemen barely exist. You enter the master and mistress's study. You called me father. Well, I didn't. Oh, so there's multiple characters. Sorry, so Voltaire's the British gentleman. This one. Hi, everyone. So dad, mi padre, und father, is going to be, why did you deny your invitation to the auction tonight? He's going to be Southern, because I want him to be. You called, father. Why did you deny the invitation to the auction tonight? I have no interest in going. Why should I lie? You say with a devilish smirk. Your father was about to shout back, but your mother intervened. What your father is trying to say is that you are the next in line of the master of the next, and you need to set an example for the others. Why should I care for what others think of me? And for being next in line, you turn to father. I am nowhere near at finding my soulmate. Sure, he might even be a lowly inner. They're about to say human. I guess I'm elitist. Is that racism, technically? Since the vampires were once humans? I suck in these Wattpads, Jesus. I'm just a terrible person in every story. I have to say that I apologize for the actions and the thoughts of all my alter egos in these stories. These do not reflect my opinions accurately. I'm not elitist. I'm not racist. Why do I have to say this? Don't you dare even mention it. You are a high-class vampire blood in your veins, and enormous will never be your soulmate. If you actually cared about this nest and searched for your soulmate, then you wouldn't have this problem. As for the opinions of others, you will respect them so they respect you. Either that or leave the nest. Understand? You know, the whole, elitism, pure blood thing is kind of on the nose with the accent, sadly. Yes, father. Good. Now you will attend the auction tonight. No other discussions. Yes, father, you seethe. You walk back to your room and see the female enormous on your bed, now naked. She's naked. She's trying to do bad things with me. How dare she? I'm going to kill her now. Your anger flares up and you attack her in that moment, only to drain her dry. I was right. I killed her. You trying to have sex with me? Not in this house. No. The power of... I'm a vampire, so not cry. The Antichrist compels you. Be gone, thought! That auction is despicable, mainly to sell enormous and other valuable items. I need to find a book to take with me or to at least occupy my time. Damn, Voltaire just doesn't give a shit. Just like, fucking... I hate buying shit. I hate shopping. I need a book. Escaping reality. It's not too far from the mark. Next chapter. Sold to the vampire in the suit. Also, just FYI, everyone, I am going to be skipping some parts because I don't feel comfortable saying them and just for the security and comfort of everyone else. So just FYI, again, if you want the full story, make sure to click the link and check out Ninix's story. But again, just for my comfort and everyone else's, I'm just gonna redact some parts. So just FYI. Groans and moans from your parents surround your ears. It's dark outside. The sun set hours ago, and it's minus temperatures outside. Now is the time. You tighten your grip on your bag. You gently open the door more, not to make any noise. You tiptoe down towards the kitchen. Every time a stair creaks, you feel as if your heart stops. You stand still and make sure your parents are still doing interactions. Your parents are doing the sideways salsa. Again, not in this house. Your parents are whores! You finally arrive in the kitchen. Your heart begins to pound louder and louder as you grab the key to the front door. You quietly flee I can read. You quietly flee to the front door and unlock it. Success. Now I gotta think of a voice. This is the mom of this is your name's mom?
Where do you think you're going? Peter, don't turn me into a marketable plushie.
It's gonna be fucking low.
Where do you think you're going?
You freeze. Your heart is going at an irregular pace. You turn around to see your mother standing there, fury written all over her face. You try to think fast and come up with an excuse. I wanted to go to the library.
Bullshit! You wanted to leave me, huh?
Your father enters the hall with the same expression as your mother. And I'm gonna make this Kronk the best I can do.
Hey, Peter, little whore. Hey, Lois. Hey, Peter, you little whore. Hey, you little whore. You think you're leaving your boyfriend to bug him again, aren't you? Peter.
Bold of you to assume I have a boyfriend. I was right. I don't have a boyfriend.
You couldn't finish your sentence because you feel your father grabbing your arm and dragging you to the living room. Don't lie to me. You want to go out and prostitute yourself then, here.
After your father throws you, you quickly get up and dash for the door. You open it and run. Your vision is blurry and you hear your parents scream in the back, but you don't care anymore. You just run. After what feels like hours, you slow down and look back. I think they're gone. You breathe out heavily and start to cry again. You don't know exactly why you're crying, but you just let it all out. Was it the pain of the cuts and bruises that had opened? The trauma that had built up? Relief that you were finally able to flee? Fear of the unknown? You wipe away the tears and look around in hopes to figure out where you are, with no avail. I need to find a way out of this forest.
Time skip! Many hours later.
I don't know how long you've been walking, but you haven't found an opening away from the forest yet. You let your phone back at your house, and you only have a little amount of clothes on you in your bag. You look over to see the sunrise.
It's beautiful.
Your eyes heavily watch the sunrise. Heavily watch? What does that mean? My eyes. My eyes are weighted, if you didn't know. Yeah, they're pretty heavy. I'm sorry, I need to keep reading. Your feet suddenly stop, and you drop to the leafy floor due to exhaustion. You have no more strength.
Guess I was never meant to live happy.
You start to tear up again. You're sad, but you accept your fate.
Oh, woe is me. Oh, life is pain and suffering.
Well, from what I've read, yeah, your life kind of sucks. Why am I making fun of this? This is a natural reaction. Jeez. I'm a dick. You hear leaves being crunched near you. Snarling and growling slowly become clearer as it gets nearer. You start to see wolves emerge from the bushes. They get too close for comfort. I don't know what you mean. Big fluffy dogs with big teeth. Sounds pretty cool to me. Breathing is getting heavier. They start to sniff your body. You try to crawl away, yet you still have strength. A wolf stands in front of you and growls. With one last tear, you give up and close your eyes, quickly, passing out. Wow, way to fall asleep in front of a wolf. That's gonna be real fun. I mean, like, I know what you're expecting, but geez, that fucking blows. Again, another time skip.
Hi Phantom family, it's Offbeat the editor here. Please turn down your headphones in order to avoid blowing out your ears like I did at this next part. We'll now head back to your regularly scheduled content in 3, 2, 1.
Order in the hall! Order in the hall!
You hear shouting all around you. You open your eyes with all your effort. You are blinded by bright lights. After your eyes adjust, you see that you're on a stage. Fancy dressed people surround you, but due to the bright stage lights, you can't see them very well. As you try to look around, you realize that the upper body is tied and your mouth is covered. Kinky. You look up to see a man. He has a gavel and is talking into a microphone, but he has red eyes and green scales with sharp teeth. Green scales? What? It's like a dragon. He is talking very fast, inaudible for you to figure out.
So, to the witch in the green dress!
Witch, where am I? What is this? Am I dead?
You try to focus, but your senses are all overloaded. You are suddenly grabbed and lifted up. You are placed on your knees at the center stage, where the previous person was before.
Here, ladies and gentlemen, we have a female Nervous. She was found close to death in the forest by werewolves.
So am I dead? Werewolves found me?
She is very weak and may not even survive for that long.
You hear people around you groan inside.
She is very light, may not have eaten for days. She is bruised and scarred all over, yet the wolves that found her said they observed her for hours. She walked along the forest all night, then she fought with all of her strength. So, shall we start at 500?
Wow, your life is only worth $500. That's a fair price, maybe. The bidding isn't as fast as the last one, but there are still people raising their paddles.
This is a human auction. Am I being trafficked to who knows what a horrible person I will be giving to? I left only to be in a worse situation than before.
You start to tear up again, and you hear some mockingly coos and laughter from the people in the crowd.
Laughing? Just fucking, it's just like,
look at you! Ha! You're a fucking werewolves found you! Cringe! That's just what I'm imagining, okay? That's just what I'm thinking. After a few minutes, the strange person bangs his gavel.
So, to the vampire in the suit!
Your eyes go wide and you lift your head.
Vampire?
Wow. You got real excited when you heard that. Alright, now we're switching to Voltaire's POV. Me. Alright, don't be a dick, Voltaire. You got this. You put on your suit and reluctantly gets ready for the auction. You sigh as you fix the little misshapes with your tie in the mirror. When you hear a soft knock, you turn around to see your mother with a painful smile. She walks up to you to help you with your tie.
No matter how many times I teach you, you always seem to get a step wrong. You are 200. What?
No, oh my god, tying a tie is so easy, and I can't, look, I will show you all how to tie a tie real quick. Where's a tie? Where's the tie? It says I'm 208 and I can't tie a tie? Disgraceful. How can I call myself a gentleman if I can't tie a fucking tie? This shit is not hard. It is not hard. Watch. Watch. Ready? Boom. You take this. You put it over. And then what you do? Throw the first side over. Boom. Underneath. Free. Big side. See this big side? Throw it over. Boom. Underneath. Boom. Over again. Boom. Then you tie the big side. Again, that's wrapped underneath. Wow. Crazy, right? Then you have it through the loop. And then what do? What do you fucking do? You push it through the top loop. Easy as shit. How do I not know how to tie a tie? Look at that. Boom. I just tied a tie. How dumb is this guy? He is not a gentleman. He's a poser. Voltaire, you're a bitch. I fucking tie for 208 years. Oh, I'm a British gentleman. Fuck off.
You're 208 years old. You should be able to tie it perfect by now. I won't always be here to protect you, you know. I know, it's just so difficult. What?
It's so difficult to tie a tie, Mama. I just can't do it myself. Please, tie it for me like a little baby, would you?
I am in awe at the inability.
You know, maybe your soulmate would be able to help.
That is if I found him or her.
Hey, I like that. Him or her. Nice job. They, them should also be included, but I like it.
Your mother sighs as she finished with your tie.
So you have been looking.
You turn to look back at her in the mirror. Of course, I just don't tell father about it. If he finds out how unsuccessful I truly have been, who knows who he will pair me up with. For him, me finding my soulmate is all about the nest. It seems like he cares more about the nest than myself. The mother gasped and slapped the back of your head.
It's obvious. Fuck it. Don't tell me don't tell me I'm wrong.
You're gonna sit there and tell me I'm wrong? Her sister was a witch!
Your father may be a stoic vampire, but never doubt his love for you. Understand?
You nod while rubbing the back of your head.
I'm doubting it. A lot. I'm not gonna lie.
Good. Now, I know you disagree with the auction, as I do, but we need to leave. Have you picked out your book?
Stare at your mother wide-eyed.
I may be, but I'm not stupid.
Stupid? Stupid? What is it, mate? I'm stupid.
I've seen you at the past few auctions. Go get your book and let's go, before your father starts to stress.
Grab your book and follow your mother. As you arrive at the auction, you immediately sit down at the corner table and open your book. The night goes on. Sold is being screamed as only a few enormous are going up for auction tonight. Must be a slow night. Boredom starts to creep in its way through your head. You finished your book a while ago. How long left? I want to leave. This is not entertaining at all. You roll your eyes at the thought of being required to be here for 3 more bids. One was being sold to hybrids, and the other to witches. You await the last bid. You start to get impatient and play with your rings on your finger, while tapping your foot. Here, ladies and gentlemen, we have a female enormous! Finally, just one more bid, then we can leave. Your thoughts are interrupted by groans and people complaining. They expect all enormouses to be perfect. It's laughable how wrong they are. She's bruised and scarred all over, yet the wolves that found her said they observed her for hours. She walked alone in the forest all night. Then she fought with all of her strength. So, shall we start at 500? The bidding started. Your bidding started. Don't bid, she'll be useless. You hear your father say to your mother. You look up at her, see her heart broken. You rarely see your mother like that. Rule number 1. Rule number 1. Rule number 1. You repeat to yourself. Rule number 1. Never look up at an auctioned item.
You look at that poor girl. Who knows what she's been through? You heard the auctioneer. She was found close to death.
I said don't bid. She's too weak to do anything, your father retorted. You groan as you get up to get a better view. You never broke a rule, but your father made your mother sad, which angered you. So you look up at the item. What you saw made you feel sympathy. It was a young lady who looked like she actually went through hell. She started to cry, and the creatures around her started whispering about horrible things that they were going to do to her. 2 million for her to be my new plaything. 3 million to be my son's next toy. That enraged you. You picked up a paddle and shouted the price you knew no one will ever go over. 10 million. Everyone gasped, and your father turned to you with a furious look. With a smirk, you look back towards him. Then you hear, 10 million going once, going twice. Sold to the vampire in the suit!
Wow, I'm fucking loaded. If only this was true.
I'm broke.
Alright, next chapter. Fuck it. But she's human. I know. No smut yet. This is good. This is good. No smut yet. I don't have to deal with this bullshit.
They lifted you back up to take you to a room.
What is this? Some kind of game? Vampires don't exist. Then why did they call him one? Must be code name.
They sit you down on a table. You will stay here and wait for the bidder to pay. Then he will come and get you. They leave you in the room. The only light that came into the room was from the moon outside. You are still exhausted, and now your knees are starting to hurt.
What did I ever do wrong to deserve this?
You start to tear up again and begin to sob. Suddenly the door is whipped open. You see a rather tall man with a decent length of blonde hair.
Blonde! It's white! This shit is white! It's kind of blonde, but it's white! I'm trying to make it white. I need to get my roots read on. Look at this shit. It's already coming back in.
He doesn't look like a bodybuilder, but he still looks like he has muscle.
Oh, thank you.
He starts to move towards you, and out of fear, you crawl back. You forget that you were on the table, because the next thing you know is that you fall back. You squeeze your eyes shut and wait for the embrace, but it never appears. You slowly open your eyes and see the man suddenly right in front of your face. He caught you in a staring deep into your eyes.
How is he this handsome?
He gives you a slight chuckle and sets you back on the table. I'm going to untie you now and remove the tape from your mouth. I need you to be quiet and not scream. I will answer any questions you have. Understand, darling? His deep voice sends shivers down your spine, and you blush from the nickname he gave you. You nod your head, and he starts to untie you. The ropes were very tight, and you rub the bruising. You saw that and delicately took your hand to expect it. It will definitely last for at least 2 weeks. We could put some ice on it when we get home. Your eyes go wide.
Home?
You say with a hoarse and broken voice. Yes, darling. As of now, you are my property. My home will be your home. Everything you will do is monitored by me. And please, of you, don't cause me any trouble. I already had enough of that by buying you.
It actually happened. I've been bought. Why?
He carefully observes your reaction, and you even feel him wipe a tear away from your cheek. Don't cry, darling. Everything will be okay. I promise to protect you, he whispered. You don't even know why, but it calmed you very quickly. Was this his voice, his features, the way he acted? You don't know, but what you do know is that he is safe.
I wouldn't count on that. I fucking murdered a girl before I came here just 'cause she was naked. So don't get saucy with me. I'll kill you.
You are jumped out of your daze when the door is slammed open and a furious older man is there with an older woman.
We're leaving. Take your enormous and let's go.
Enormous? Do they mean me?
The older man turns around and leaves, and you see the woman give a reassuring smile. You heard my father. Let's head home. He grabs your arm where it is not bruised and pulls you to go. You weren't expecting it and fall straight onto the floor in pain. I apologize. I should have asked if you can walk first. Can you?
I think so.
You slowly get up and try and walk, but every step you take is like walking on lava stones.
How would you know what walking on lava stones feels like? Have you ever done that? Huh?
Check your legs and let it whimper in shock. Cuts, bruises, dried blood, and much more all over. The only thing misses is an infection.
Voltaire!
Jump again and fall backwards in a pair of arms. They're the same pair of arms that lift you up and hold you close. You must be extremely tired and hurt. Rest, darling. I will wake you when we're home. As much as you wanted to sleep, you couldn't. Your heart was pounding too much.
Where is home? Where will I do there? Where will they use me?
You start to panic and try to get out of his grip. He looks at you confused and tightens his grip. Darling, if you do that, you might fall. What's wrong, my dear?
Let me go. What do you want from me?
Darling, please calm down. I want to get you home so you can heal and rest.
No! No!
You successfully fall out of his arms on the floor and crawl away to the corner of the room.
It's like Smeagol style, just... Don't touch me! I mean, it makes sense for what just happened. Like, I'm just trying to make this funny, okay? This is dark. I'm doing my best.
Please let me go. I won't say anything. Please don't hurt me. You start to say as you stop at the fetal position. He slowly walks over to you and kneels in front of you, so at your eye level, his red eyes becoming more obvious as they try to read you. You try to go further back, but the wall is your enemy on this occasion.
Sweetheart, your father is getting restless. What are you?
The older woman from earlier walks into the room and her facial features soften as they see you. She looks at her son with an angered expression.
What did you do?
She beckons as she pauses here, motioning for him to get up. Nothing. I wanted to take her to the carriage, and then her heartbeat was becoming louder, and now she's like this.
I thought I raised you to be smarter, at least a little more empathetic than your father.
She looked over there and kneels right where he was.
Yeah, come on, Voltaire. This man is not a gentleman. He's complaining like there's no more ladies and gentlemen. Well, you're part of the problem. Where's the class, the tact, the panache? He's just like, listen,
I'm gonna take you home and I can heal you, blah, blah, blah. Why are you upset? It's not like I just bought you from an auction and after you almost died in the woods. Why are you so upset?
What's the problem? I don't see the issue. You almost died. You're fine now.
Hello, little one. Can you look at me, please? She says with a soft voice. You slowly look up to her also red eyes. Well done. What is wrong? Why is your heart so fast? Can I hear my heartbeat?
Impossible, right? Please don't hurt me.
Why should we hurt you? We want to help you. You are most likely extremely hurt, tired, and hungry.
No, that's what you all say. How do you know what we all say? You just met us. Damn, discriminatory towards vampires. Wow. Wow! I mean, I can't say much. Voltaire is pretty... he's a dick.
Us all? Do you mean other humans? You shy oddly. Little one, I assure you that we're nothing like other humans. Okay? We truly want to help you. Will you please let Voltaire carry you to the carriage? Your heartbeat starts to slow down as you weirdly start to trust the lady.
Yeah, that is a little weird.
We like to call that Stockholm Syndrome. You nod and she smiles wholeheartedly, just like a mother should. Well then, Voltaire, if you please. We have to go. I bet your father is turning the moon red with his rage at the moment. Voltaire carefully pricks your bridal style again and follows his mother to the carriage.
What took you both so long?
Stop shouting, Vector.
What? Vector? His name's Vector? Vector. Fucking despicable me. I'm the Vector. God, fucking, now I'm imagining just the father as just Vector from Despicable Me. Offbeat, can you put a picture of Vector from Despicable Me on the screen, please? That's what my dad looks like.
Stop shouting, Vector. You're scaring the little one.
Why should I care? I'm the master of the nest.
And I'm the mistress, so you will listen to me, or you may sleep in the garden today. Vector. Can't take it seriously. Vector shut his mouth, and the carriage started moving. Voltaire kept hold of you. Voltaire kept hold of you on the duration of the ride home, and because of all of your crying, not soon after you fell asleep.
All right. Switch to Voltaire's point of view.
You were looking out the window, enjoying the view, when you started to feel more weight in your arms. You look down and see her asleep. Finally, her heartbeat has calmed down. You could have heard it all the way back to the nest earlier by the fast beat she had. Can you blame her, though? She probably doesn't know what vampires, werewolves, fairies, and all that are. You look down at her features. Every spot on her is either dirty, bloody, or bruised. Bloody? Every spot on her is either dirty, bloody, or bruised. Did she do this to herself, or did someone torture her? Your blood boils at the thought of someone laying a harmful hand on such an innocent girl.
Why is he empathetic now? Before we were just like, I'll kill you, but now he's just like, aw, woe is you, poor creature. These are character plot inconsistencies. This isn't canon.
You despise using the term enormous on her, but why? Is it because she's different? What would be different about her or the others?
Once she's away, she'll be treated like any other enormous in the mansion. She'll become a lowly maid to serve all the vampires.
Your father seethingly says as he knocked you out of your thoughts. I thought you said she was my responsibility.
She will be. If she does anything wrong, it'll be your responsibility to execute her.
Vector! That's my mom talking to Vector from Despicable Me.
Your parents continue to argue about your father's severity of the girl, but you don't care. You look down to her sleeping figure. If anyone lays another harmful hand of you, they will wish that hell punished them.
I like that line.
You were shocked at the sudden outburst of protection. You normally wouldn't care even a sliver for an enormous. But soon as you saw her tearful face on that stage, you couldn't help yourself. You definitely will get one hell of a beating from your father, and your allowance will be cut off. But she might be interesting. I want to know why she's different. One second I lust for her blood, and the next I want to protect her.
Ah, so this is an Edward Bella situation. Cool. I hate it.
The carriage comes to a sudden halt, meaning that we have arrived. Your parents leave first, and you separate instantly with your parents as you head off to the infirmary. Get up, I have someone for you to treat. You gently lay her on the hospital bed and wait for a doctor to arrive. You hear someone stretch and groan as he gets up. I don't have an eternity to stand here. Get your feline behind here, now. You have another groan and walks out a cat hybrid. What have you done that could be so important to treat at 6 in the morning? You roll your eyes as your friend lack of respects. I didn't do anything. Like I said, I have someone. Your friend looks at her and his eyes instantly widen. Does your friend know about this? Yes, and no. You see him panic. Are you trying to get me eaten? He shouts. You'll be fine, William.
Whoa! It is Will! Will's a cat! Will, I thought I was the cat boy, but I guess Will is now.
You'll be fine, William. He knows I brought her, but he doesn't know how I took her to the infirmary.
How do I say this like Will? You brought her! I gotta say this like Will now, fuck. You brought her? Who are you and what have you done to my friend?
You wince at William's sudden loudness. Yes, I brought her. She is my property. Just do as I say and treat her wounds. Inspect everything. Who knows what internal damages she might have. You turn around and head to bed.
But she's human!
I know.
Alright, this is 3 chapters. I've been reading for a while now. I'm gonna stop this here. If you guys want a part 2, let me know. Also, since I guess Will and Brandon are in this, let me know if you want me to get them to read this with me. I think that'd be fun. Guys, if you want a story to end up on the channel, make sure you put Dannyphantom.exe on the tag, and hopefully I'll see it. Tag me on Twitter if you posted something like that. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Hopefully you read the
British gentleman
and William. Make sure to get some food and some water. Make sure to take care of yourself. Make sure to get some sleep. Make sure to get some food. I already said food, fuck. But seriously, thank you guys for watching, and make sure to take care of yourselves. So, yeah. Love you, darling.